Welcome back to the Distressed Princess. I'm Rhonda. In today's video, I'm working on kids' crafts for Christmas, but these are way better than the crafts I used to make when I was a kid. I got my inspiration off of Pinterest because they have all the great ideas, and so we're gonna dupe what I found. For the first DIY, I looked on Pinterest for those cones that are wrapped in yarn that would be simple enough for any kid to do. And I even made it where you don't have to use a hot glue gun or any glue. You can just use some straight pins to keep the yarn in place. So as you wrap the yarn around the foam cone, just stick a straight pin in with whatever color heads that you want to use. I started out using red ones because I thought they looked like berries, and then I added some white ones in later because I actually ran out of red ones. So you can use whatever colors you like and just tuck the ends under and pin it down as you go. And I think it makes such a cute decoration that looks store-bought, and your kids will love that you display their projects. And I thought it's about high time those paper snowflakes got an upgrade. So when I saw this picture on Pinterest, I was astounded. And this is something simple enough that kids can do. And I'm using a glue stick. This is a new kind from Eileen's that I got at the Dollar Tree. So check for that there. And it has held really well. I think it's a good option for this project. The other thing, of course, you're going to need are some doilies. Now, I had a stack of doilies that I've had just sitting around here forever. So some of mine have yellowed. I would really recommend go ahead and pick up a brand new package, and they have different sizes, and so I made different sizes. So here are the steps. You fold it in half and make a crease in the center, and then unfold it and bring the bottom up to the center and the top down and fold the sides. Then turn it and fold it in half. Unfold it again and then put the glue on the frilly edge in the middle. And then fold it back up again. And that's one part of the snowflake. You need to have 6 of these. So the next step is to glue them all together. So I did a T shape, not quite all the way to the edge of the frilly part, and then all the way across the bottom of the crease, and stack them together just like this. One more time, because if you get too much glue in the wrong places, it won't open up right. So a T shape, kind of like an upside down T, from almost the edge of the frilly part and all the way across the bottom of the crease. Then carefully open it back up. So when I say careful, I mean very carefully open this back up and pull it around accordion style, or whatever those honeycomb decorations used to be from the 80s that I love so much, and pull it all the way around. And mine, I saw, needed just a little bit of extra glue in the center. If you see any places like that, it's time to fix it. You just add a little bit more glue and it's all right. And then just very carefully work it all opened and press the end pieces together so that they meet correctly. And then you can add your last little T of glue to join them. And then look how frilly and cute. I love these snowflakes. Tip to the wise, you'll need to wipe down your surface ever so often because the glue does go through the little holes in the doilies. And so you're going to have a problem with your paper sticking to your table if you don't wipe it down sometimes. And this was the biggest size doily opening. I love this one the best. The small ones are cute and everything, but this biggest one satisfied my heart. I strung mine up with white thread, and I wanted to hang them in the corner over my Christmas tree on the ceiling. So I had some of this clear tape that you get from the Dollar Tree. It's like two-sided, but it's like real kind of jelly. It's very sticky, and it worked perfectly as a no-see way to put these snowflakes up in my corner, and you can't really see the thread and you can't really see the tape. So it was a really successful project that I think that you and your kids will love. The next Christmas DIY, I wanted to upgrade those Christmas paper chains, and I thought, well, let's just use some prettier paper. So I grabbed up all of the matching country colors of Christmas paper I had, and I'm going to cut them all in long strips. And I counted the squares. It just so happened that this paper had the squares on the back. You could of course do this just by measuring, but it's easier if you have the squares. Just count out 6 squares across and cut down the whole length. So when you get all of those cut, you'll have a bunch of like little tubes. They automatically just want to roll up like they were. And because wrapping paper is so thin, usually, I mean, I had that brown paper that probably would hold up pretty well, but the thin paper you want to fortify, so you fold it in on itself. So I folded one edge in toward the center, and I'm using those squares as guides, those lines. That's why it was so helpful to have those, not only for the cutting but for the folding. So I fold in both sides in toward the middle, and then I folded all of it in half, and that makes this strip of paper very strong for wrapping paper, and your paper chains will hold up year after year, unless you just want to make new ones every year. And that's great. The kids would love to make them probably every year. So if that's the case, then skip the folding and just go right to cutting your little chain links. So take each piece of paper and just go ahead and cut it like this. Now, some of my wrapping paper was 40 inches long and some of it was shorter, and I wanted 8-inch strips to be my chains because that makes a good size chain for me. So I marked off 8 inches down all of my strips of paper that I just folded, and then I cut them all out. And so I had in total like 12 tubes of wrapping paper, and this made almost 100 inches chain length, so if that helps you out. And you can attach these with a stapler for the older kids. You can use tape for the littler kids. You can even use glue. I don't recommend glue though. It would take too much waiting time. So I just used a good old stapler. I just did one staple in the middle, but on the 2 end lengths, I did do 3 staples to keep it extra secure because they are going to hang by these. I used some floral wire and wired it up on my mantle. So you can use tape or however you want to attach yours, but I love this paper chain. It's by far the prettiest paper chain I've ever made, and I think it'd be a lot of fun for you and your kids to make this Christmas. The last Christmas craft Pinterest dupe today, but that's a mouthful, is something that reminded me of a project I did when I was a kid. It was one of my favorites, and it was a styrofoam cone, and you took straight pins and you pinned sequins, and it was a doll. She had a head that you would put on at the end, and there were sequins that went all around and made a beautiful dress. Now this was in the early 90s when I was little. And so this Christmas tree is a throwback to that for me. So I bought plenty of beads and sequins, and I bought a lot of push pins, and they were the kind that had the pearlized ends to them that made them really pretty. I got all of this from Walmart, and I'll link it all for you. And the beads I loved, and I got a few little pearl beads that I already had from Dollar Tree out, and just started, putting the beads on the pins just like you see me doing here. And I realized, boy, I didn't buy near enough push pins to cover this whole tree. And so I just kept going and pushing the pins with the beads and having so much fun doing this, by the way. I mean, you would think that I was still, 9 years old. So having such fun, and then thinking I will just go as far as I can with the beads until I run out of push pins, and it'd just be a small tree and I'll cut the rest of it off. And so that's what I did, and it was turning out beautiful, don't you think? I think it looks a lot like the one on Pinterest. I was trying to mimic the pink one. And so then when I ran out of my push pins and I went to cut off the rest of the styrofoam cone, I ran into a problem. I cut way too close. Oh, I cut too close, and I cut into my pins that were actually pushing down into the styrofoam. And so it just kind of ruined it. I could have went back and fixed it, I guess, and I just kind of gave up after that point. But learn from my mistake. I'm not counting it as a fail because it actually would have turned out if I had enough push pins. And, it was fun to do, and I would do it again, but with more push pins. So if you have extra time to spend with your little ones this Christmas, try some of these crafts. I think you'll really enjoy them in the time that you spend together. And please remember that Jesus is the reason why we have Christmas. He came here to save us, and this is why we celebrate. I hope you all have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!